Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I am here with a few thoughts on the man Martin Luther King and some words about his current detractors. He has received a lot of flack recently from conservative evangelical Christians, especially pastors, who say Martin Luther King Jr. was not a Christian. He had extramarital affairs, and he also did not believe in certain tenets of Orthodox Christianity, such as the virgin birth or the bodily resurrection of Jesus. First point, if we are going to invalidate a man's work based on his marital infidelity, well, then we got to kick out people like Albert Einstein, who also had extramarital affairs, and just get rid of the theory of relativity and all of that stuff. I don't think that we're going to do that, so let's not get rid of the social justice work that Martin Luther King Jr. did based on the fact that he did indeed have extramarital affairs. Second, he denied some tenets of Orthodox Christianity. It's true. He had problems with the virgin birth. He had problems with the bodily, physical resurrection of Jesus. He had some problems with the miracles of Jesus. But the thing is, he didn't stop preaching those, but what he did was he spiritualized those things. And I don't think that we can actually say that someone is or is not a Christian, okay, based on what we believe Christianity ought to be. The status of that man's soul, that's between him and Jesus. It's not up to me. It's not up to you. It's not up to people like R.C. Sproul or anybody like that. That's between him and God to say he is or is not a Christian. Martin Luther King Jr., he had to answer to God himself for what he believed and what he said and what he did, okay? And I want to tell you, in the early church, really, all you had to do to be a Christian was you just had to proclaim Jesus Christ as Lord. And regardless of what you think that Martin Luther King Jr. believed or didn't believe, one thing that he did was he said, Christ is our Redeemer. In other words, Christ saves us. And so, folks, that's Christianity. If you believe that Jesus Christ is the Savior of the world, then you're a Christian, okay? And I have to believe that really all of these people who are attacking him, who are conservative evangelical Christians, really they just have a problem with his message, and they have a problem with the fact that he elevated black people to the same status and level in society as white people. And there are a lot of conservative evangelical Christians who have a problem with that. And my final point is this. If you say that Martin Luther King Jr. was not a Christian because he cheated on his wife, and then in the next breath, you say that Donald Trump is the most Christian president that we've ever had, folks, you don't have a leg to stand on, and your argument is invalid. So stop.